They either get brought here, we book them in, and we walk them out the front door, or what's happening more often now, our local law enforcement agencies know this. They don't want to waste that time and effort, and so they're just giving them a citation for a new court date.
Tonight, leaders are addressing an approved expansion, a nearly $20 million expansion of the Benton County Jail. The new jail pod would be used primarily for misdemeanor offenders who the sheriff says are often released or just never booked because the current jail is already over capacity. 5 News reporter Bo Russell explains why county leaders believe this expansion could restore consequences for lower level offenses.
Well, the Benton County Jail is so overcrowded that beds are reserved for only the most serious offenders. That means that many people charged with misdemeanors may never spend a night behind bars, even when a judge wants them held. Now, the county says that this new expansion might change that.
Benton County Jail has 669 beds, but on occasion has seen more than 800 detainees.
We don't have enough space for the felons right now, let alone the misdemeanors.
Sheriff Holloway says some misdemeanor offenders are booked and released, while others are never brought to the jail. And when they miss court, the process starts all over.
They get released, then paperwork goes to the court and they don't show up. There's a cost associated with this, and you multiply that times thousands and thousands of times. There is a real cost to the taxpayer.
The county plans to add a 285-bed misdemeanor pod to the jail with more space for treatment programs and possible work release.
We decided that going after this misdemeanor pod would be the best bang for our buck.
There's already been $20 million secured to build it.
Voters told us at the county, no, we don't want to raise taxes to do that. We'd prefer that you go back and figure it out yourself. And so this is the first phase of that.
But operating the pod could cost around $4 million a year. At a meeting held in Benton County on Wednesday, mayors said they support addressing the jail issue, but want clearer numbers before city money is redirected.
It's not that we don't want to do the jail. It's an important part of what the cities need as well as the county. But to advocate for something, you've got to be able to answer those questions.
And it's a problem that Sheriff Holloway says isn't going away.
We figured out a piece of it. Once we get this done, obviously we still have the looming issue with more felony housing that we're going to need, and because we're not going to stop growing anytime soon, it doesn't appear. So
the county says this new expansion could host up to 285 new beds and could open in 2029. In Bentonville, covering news where you live, I'm Bo Russell, 5 News.
Thank you, Bo. The latest numbers from the Arkansas Department of Corrections show an annual increase of 422 inmates from 2024 to 2025. That brought the state's average daily prison population to more than 16,000 inmates, with an average of 1,500 last year held in county jails due to prison overcrowding. A group is filing a lawsuit against Arkansas Secretary of State Cole Jester following a decision that left the Arkansas Ballot Measures Rights Amendment of 2026 on the November ballot. The amendment aims to protect Arkansans' rights to use the ballot initiative process to propose and repeal laws through petitions. Jester rejected the petition, saying none of the 108,000 signatures were valid because the group used the words "the Ballot Measure Rights Amendment of 2026" as the title on signature pages, rather than the title approved by the Attorney General, which was the Arkansas Ballot Measure Rights Amendment. The group For Our People is asking the Arkansas Supreme Court to overturn Jester's decision to keep it off the ballot and expedite the case. The lawsuit argues that this error was too minimal to argue. The U.S. Department of Defense announced plans for an $80 million in upgrades planning for the 188th in Fort Smith. Today, the Pentagon awarded the $41 million contract to Alabama-based contractor BL Harbert International to construct an aircraft maintenance hangar at Ebbing Air Base. Another $39 million construction contract was also issued for a facility that will support mission planning, command briefing, and administration associated with the fighter pilot training program. The hangar maintenance bay is set to be open by March of 2028. The administrative facility is scheduled to be complete by 2029. Well, August is National Black Business Month, the time to recognize Black entrepreneurs making a difference in their communities. 5 News reporter Jada Daniels spoke with a Northwest Arkansas salon owner who says her mission goes beyond beauty.
For Simone Booth, opening NW2D Salon was never just about creating a business. It was about filling a gap she saw in the community. She wanted to create a space where people felt represented and their beauty needs were understood. For many people, a trip to the salon is about more than the service, whether it's braids, a fresh nail set, or a new look. Booth says it's all about having a space you feel comfortable. She says far too often people in this community have had to travel outside the region for services. So she created a place right here at home.
There's not a lot of black spaces here and not a lot of black hair salons just because the minority of black people are really small in this area. Even though it is growing, it is still really small. We make up maybe less than 10% of the population in this area. And so I knew that I wanted to be able to provide kind of a one-stop shop.
Booth's vision has now grown into 2 salons offering a wide range of beauty services. But she says the heart of her business still remains the same, making sure people feel seen. In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Jada Daniels, 5 News.
Fayetteville Public Schools is honoring a couple who helped break barriers in the school district with an induction into the Fayetteville Schools Hall of Honor. The district announced plans to induct Thelma and Romy Thomason this October. The Thomasons were among the first black educators in Fayetteville schools. They taught in the early 1960s at Lincoln School before the district fully integrated. Thelma went on to teach for 61 years, while Romy spent 51 years in the district. They will be inducted into the Hall of Honor on October 22nd.